Hello and welcome to Nanapod, a podcast dedicated to the fantastic manga written by A. Yazawa. I'm Crystal, and I'm joined by my best girl Kirsten as we dissect this manga, discussing everything from the emotions, the cultural impact, as well as any headcanons that might be floating around in our brains. With this podcast, we hope to preserve a shoujo staple that sadly hasn't been talked about in a very long time. So come with us. We're waiting for you in apartment 707.
Hey, teddy bear friend.
Yeah. Invasive. Oh no, that's Carl. Carl's are invasive, not Craig's.
Carl. Craig is only one step away from being a Carl.
True.
I mean, let's be real.
Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Well, would you like to start or should I start? Welcome to Nanopod. We're reading chapter 23, volume 8, I think.
We are, and we are both tired.
We're very tired little beans. And so we don't know what's gonna happen. I took a power nap right before this. Did you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did, but my body's also like, you needed a longer power nap. I'm like, okay, cool. So there is that.
Yeah.
I can start though.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we've got a picture of the moon and the river, and we got the think boxes, and it says, "We kissed because Nobu and Hachi kissed last time." So we kissed and held hands all the way to the store, but we didn't say a word. And we get a shot of them walking together, hand in hand, and she's thinking his hands are really warm, just like Nana's. I never want to let go of his hand. And then she's sort of like looking at Nobu because he's walking in front of her a little bit, and then she's looking down, kind of like,
She looks guilty.
yeah, yeah, it's got a face.
Uh-oh. She's got a sad face on.
Yep, tears in eyes. It says, "How can I make him understand the way I feel?" And then she has a flashback of when Takumi just showed up and, was like, "Hey, Nana, let's go back to your place," essentially. Um,
Let's go do it.
let's go do it. I
Under
didn't
the poster of me.
poster of him. I didn't text you or anything, but it's fine. And she's thinking, I didn't turn Takumi away when Nobu was watching. I'd given Nobu no reason to trust me at this point. But actually, and then she's getting another memory of him. I think this is after he said, I love you. He said, I've been holding back for a while. I wanted to be Nobu's girlfriend. I wanted to touch him. And then we have another flashback of her sitting there watching him during band practice. And she's thinking, I was waiting for the day he'd hold me secretly while walking along the river. It's a picture of Nobu, and he's smiling. And then there's a picture of them kissing, which was like, 30 seconds ago. Um, and she's still thinking, still in her head, like, so what does all of this mean? And what are you thinking now? I'm afraid to ask. You can take me away now if you want. But then,
Take me here.
hmm?
Sorry. It's just like you can take me. It's like just like super dramatic, like
Oh,
soap opera. Take me right here, your big strong arms.
yes, exactly. Do that.
Hey, that's how in my head. So
You can take me away now if you want to.
right, exactly. Very like over the top ridiculous.
It's true, but we know that Hachi is dramatic, so it's okay.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's
It's
it's fine. It's fine.
it's fine. She thinks. But then what do I do if he really doesn't believe in me anymore? And then we have a scene change.
Then we have a scene change. And it says, "Did you do the but?" But if he thinks that I'm the kind of girl who lets herself be seduced by a guy, although I already have a boyfriend.
But
And
you
then he
don't, Hachi.
and then he rejects me. What will I do? Oh, anyway,
Oh.
it's so like I don't know. It's just so over. He's dramatic right now.
Mm-hmm. I
We
mean,
have
that's
Nana. Yeah, sleep
yeah,
brains. Yeah,
sleep brains. Yeah.
sleep brains. So we have Nana, and she's like sitting there drinking a beer, I presume. And she says, "What kind of story is that?" And I'm like, "Nana, it's a dramatic one.
Right?
Like, come on, uh,
Get it together.
get it together, catch up." And she says, "Idiot," and she's talking to Yasu, and Yasu is just like, excuse me," with the big sweat bead, and Nobu, or not Nobu, but Shin just chuckled, and Nana looks mad, and it says, "Bam." Anyway, all we have to do is sell, right? There's no problem, really. She's smoking a fake cigarette.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So she's angry. Uh, you can tell Kawana to hurry and prepare the contract. All right, got it. Are you hearing me? And Yasu's like looking down, and he's like, "Yes."
Like, yeah, sure. Okay.
Quitting smoking, Nana, is like me not smoking. It's a bad idea for anybody.
I hope it's a candy cigarette though that she's
It
got.
probably is. It probably is like a gum cigarette. You want to know what? Those are probably the reason I smoke today. Thank you very much. Um, let's be real. So then Nana gets up to walk away. I think that's a door, and she's
Yep.
like, "I swear, you tire me. I'll risk losing my hair. I'm taking a bath and then to bed." So she's being super dramatic too.
It's a dramatic chapter. It's bad when we're tired.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Don't be dramatic. We're too tired.
Well, that's so dramatic. I will risk losing my hair.
Oh.
So Masato's like, "Oh, you're not waiting for Hachiko to come back?" And then Nana's like, "She won't be back. I've won the bet." And so then Masato's like, eyes are huge, and Nana slams the door, so there's a bam. And she's like, "But Hachiko has a boyfriend." And then Shin is like, "Then I can't sleep at Nobu's tonight. I'll be good and return to my parents." And Yasu's like, "To your parents?" Right? So he's gonna go to his parents,
Quote unquote.
which
His
I think it is.
parents.
Because now, look at Yasu. He's so confused. He's like, "To your parents?"
Yeah, but then Shin says.
He says, "Yes." And then he says, "Hello, Ryoko.
Yeah.
Atsu
Ryoko.
Karsama." That's his madam.
Exactly. That's not your parents, Shin.
I mean, it's kind of like mommy.
I
I'm sorry.
mean, I mean, it's true, but let's be real here. Mommy, that's just like, did you do your homework is different than mommy.
Mommy with her mommy milkers.
Her breasts aren't that big. Like they're not. Sorry.
No, they're
I'm
not. But
being.
you
Yeah,
know what
no,
I'm, you know
no.
what I'm getting at. You know what I'm
Yep.
getting at.
Yep.
Okay. And so then he says, "Sorry for not calling you for so long." "Yes, I'm all right. I'm coming. Okay."
Uh-huh. Sorry. That's bad. He's underage.
Right? He's like, "Well, see ya, Masato." And Masato's like, "What? You're already leaving?" Yasu's so confused.
Mhm.
Yasu's like, "Shin, wait, who's Ryoko? What about the what? What about the wine?" "Oh yeah, because they're getting wine."
Mhm.
Um, and so then he's like, "The woman who raised me." And Yasu's like, "Liar. You're not
Mm.
supposed to have a mother, not even adoptive." And then Shin's eyes get big because he got caught.
Yep.
And Shin is like, "How do you know that?" And Yasu's like, "If you don't want us to know about your origins, you should at least learn to use a borrowed name."
Hmm.
Uh-huh. He's a lawyer.
He's a little, I know, right? I'm just like, Shin, come on,
He's
honey.
a lawyer, and Shin is in a band with him, and he is a prostitute underage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not underage in Japan, but it's still very illegal.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So very illegal. So then he glares at him with his beautiful eyes.
he mad
He's so mad with his beautiful eyes.
with his beautiful
And
eyes.
and he's like, up till now, I haven't given my entire name to anyone. It's not that I don't want people to know anything, but I find displeasing that people would do researches about me. And then Yasu's like, in that case, stop doing upsetting things. You pretend you're someone else, but you're still merely a 15-year-old boy. For the contract with the disc company to be legitimate, you need a signature of your legal guardian. And then Shin kind of stops and looks kind of shocked. And Yasu is like, if you don't want to see him, I'll ask him to sign it for you.
Mm.
And then Shin says, I'm counting on you, Yasu-san. And guess what? That is not what was the computer that the guy said that he had?
Um, numbers and letters.
This is an apple. He was wrong.
How do you know that
I
that's an
mean,
apple?
because it has an apple on it.
Oh, I can't see any apples on mine,
Next to his
so.
finger. Next to his finger.
Oh, yeah, no, mine's too dark. It's way too dark.
Oh, mine's
I
white and black. But like that doesn't mean it's the same in the anime.
I'm over here
Yeah.
like, nope, my
The Wall Street version of whatever.
Wall Street. The Wolf of Wall Street version of the
Wolf of
computer. It's,
Yeah, because Yasu is the Japanese Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, but like so much better. So just
I also don't know who the Wolf of Wall Street is, so now
so
that's just
very.
Boston. So now that's just Yasu.
It's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and those people are terrible. They can't
That's
be
probably
Yasu.
why I never watched it.
I didn't watch it. I just know enough. I've
Can you
saw enough
imagine
clips.
Leonardo DiCaprio playing Yasu?
No, I mean younger. Yes.
Like, yeah, no, like early 2000s Leo.
Oh, that would be.
Actually, I think I'd be okay with it.
Oh, good, because I was in love with him. I was
Yeah,
so in
I
love with him.
Like Romeo and Juliet Leo being
Oh
Yasu.
yeah.
Like I would be all right with that.
Gimme.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I don't think he's stern enough. Like I think that it would have to be like who he is today, like the seriousness of today, but that Leo.
Yeah, but he kind of wanted that. Like he was kind of striving
Yeah,
for that his whole career. He was like,
it's
"Can I
true.
please,
He just needed
please?"
he just needed to play Yasu.
Yeah, yeah, you just need to play
That's all I
Yasu.
needed. That's all I needed.
Yeah, you
Anyway, that was
both.
the side quest.
It's a great side quest. Yes, I love it.
That was quite the side quest. So, Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street, goes into the apartment. He's holding his little briefcase because he closed his laptop, and then it looks like he walked like to Nana's bedroom and was like,
Mhm.
Masato, I'm going home too. And she's like, what? And he's like, sorry, I have a lot of work waiting for me. It doesn't bother. And Masato says, it doesn't bother me, but does that mean you agree to having lost the bet? Hachiko has a boyfriend. So is it reasonable to, well, doesn't it bother nobody?
She's still stuck on this. It's very funny.
So Yasu's like, who knows? Every man is weak when it comes to a woman he loves, but women's complicated remains a mystery to me. Women's complicated mind. Oh, complicated mind remains a mystery to me. Not complicated. You're just too simple. Jeez.
Which is
We just
good.
want to be loved. We just
Which
want
is good.
tacos and flowers. Taco baskets,
Taco baskets and flowers.
and flowers. So now Masato, like, her eyes are all wide. And she says, which means the situation is complicated. Sorry, I'll be careful not to be indiscreet. And then he looks like compassionately at her through his sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Yasu.
Little eyebrow raise, like, okay.
Uh-huh. No, I mean, that's like a nice compassionate, like, you know, like that's cute. Like, that's cute. Look at this kid. And so he's like, You're going to stay here all summer, right? Your parents aren't opposed to it? And she's like, no, don't worry about that because he knows who she is.
Do you think he knows right now? Like, knows?
I think, well, I mean, considering how much he knows about everybody and nobody knows that he knows everything about everybody, it's highly probable.
Hmm.
But she's not manager yet, so
No.
yeah. I don't know. I think he will soon.
Yeah, I think he's
He's
starting
right
to
now, yeah, he's starting to put it to if she's gonna stick around. And so she's like,
yeah.
no, don't worry about that. And he says, could I be indiscreet? And she says, yes, why? Oh, see, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Uhara Masato. What's your real name? Boop, 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 boop.
Boop, boop, boop.
And then she like looks shocked and then she looks at him and smiles and says, that's a secret. And he smirks. He appreciates it.
Mhm.
He does. He appreciates it.
Yeah, he's like, see, she knows to use an alias.
Right, whereas shit is too dumb.
Oh, he's just a baby, though. He's a baby.
Yeah, no, but like, so she
Mm-hmm.
isn't she like 16? She's in high school.
Yeah, true. I don't know. She's a different kind
But
of
she
teen.
might not be in high school.
I know, right? Like, who
That
are
could be a
you?
lie too.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll never know how many licks it
Um,
takes to get into the center of a Tootsie Pop.
of a, of a Masato, of a
A
Masato.
Masato. There's another merch idea. Lollipops, the plastic is Masato's face.
That's so creepy.
You know, I love it though.
Oh man.
Only in my brain. Only in my brain is this
Only.
stuff born.
I
Ah.
love it. I love it. You make up the things and I just get really excited about
Just
everything.
I don't understand how these things connect in my brain, but I'm not mad about it.
No, it's good. Oh man.
Yeah, so now Yasu walks away and he's thinking to himself, it was really a borrowed name. It's a normal name though. Who would have thought a girl so kind? I really don't understand anything about women. May the gods keep me. And now we have a scene change.
We do. We do. We're in a convenience store and they're getting the wine and stuff, and it goes clink. The bottles go clink.
That's a lot of drinks.
That's a lot of
But I
drink.
mean, it is for Shin, and he's too young to actually get drunk, so, you know.
Is true. Also, I remember stocking baskets like this in my early 20s, so it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We
And
all
then
did it.
we all did. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I ended up with like stacks of cases of beer from like my cousins and stuff because they'd work, get it for free. I didn't do it the normal way.
That's okay. I
Yeah.
I never dated people the normal way, so it's fine.
It's
We don't,
fine. We're fine.
it's fine. And so it's Nobu, and he's looking down the aisles. He's looking for Hachi because he lost her, and then he's like peek, and then he's like, oh, there she is. Phew. And then she's just staring at the wall. Well, it looks like she's staring at the wall. She's
It
not.
looks like she's staring at the wall.
She's. And Nobu's got a little question mark as he also looks at the wall, and there's a poster 2001 Fireworks Extravaganza, August 22nd, Wednesday, along the Tamagawa River, 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. K line train to Tamagawa Station, and then fireworks committee, and then their phone number down at the bottom.
All the dumb stuff.
All the dumb stuff. But hey, we have a time. We have like a time thing here. Like
And mine says K Line Station. And it says Fireworks Setup Association.
Fireworks Setup Association. I mean, K line train, K line.
Well, yeah, no, the K Line station, it makes sense for the train station. It's the Tamagawa station. But, like, that makes sense because that's how you know how to get places because that's how stations work because they have enough of them to where they're functional. But it says Fireworks Setup Association.
Yeah. On that, and yours says August 22nd too, I hope.
Oh, timeline. Yep, Wednesday, August 22nd.
I gotta always check. I'm looking for riffs. I'm just like,
Right, we need more rifts in the timeline, space-time Yazawa continuum.
mm-hmm. I'm just checking that we're on track. So
Mm-hmm.
Nobu's like, oh, there's gonna be fireworks. And, Hachi didn't know he was there, so she jumps. And he's like, and it's nearby. And he's like, want to go together? And she's blushing, and he smiles, oh, gentle smile. And now they are leaving. And the person's like, thank you, good night. And Hachi's like, I can carry one because they've got two bags. And he says, it's cool. I'm a big boy. Well, actually, a short one. And he's wearing platform shoes.
Mm.
So he's carrying these, two bags in his hand. And Hachi's all like, frumpy sad face, and then Nobu kind of stops with like these dot dot dots, and then he turns around and he's like, actually, you can carry one. And he gives one to her, and then he takes her hand again. And now she's happy, because that was the
That's what she
problem.
wanted.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing she wanted. And she's like, how'd you know? And he said, huh? Know what? And she said, what I was thinking. And he goes, but I didn't really, at all. She says, we're in sync with each other. Happy, happy heart, little flowers. And now Nobu's like sweating, like all the sweats. And he's like, you think? Wait, what exactly do you mean by that? And now she's got the stupid star eyes. And she's like,
Uh-huh.
maybe it's telepathy. And he's like, what the hell? Are you some kind of new age freak? And then she thinks, oh, and then she like lets go of his hand and she's like, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm a little overwhelmed. And it goes shwip as she like, takes her hand out of his. And
Oh, see,
he's
mine, he says, listen, when someone talks to you, are you pretending to be a flashing shoujo or what? Yep.
Yep. Oh my goodness. And Nobu's like, oh, no, actually, I really like that you have such a wild imagination. And she's like, are you disillusioned with me? She's got all the lines all over her face and a sweat drop. And she's like, it's
Oh, see, he
my
just calls her a
fault.
little dreamy.
She, I don't
Just
know.
a
That's
little.
a,
I admit that this little dreamy side of you have is one of the things that makes me crazy for you.
I mean, that's, lovely, Noble, but I don't think it's a
And then
little
she says,
dreamy.
"Did I disgust you? Did I
He's
disgust you? What do I do?"
what do I do? And he's like, hello. And he's like, hey, are you just playing some push-pull game to lure me in? And she's like, what?
What?
What do you mean lure?
That's not what he says at all. He says, "Tell me, when it comes to you, it's a step forward and two backwards. Is it a strategy to make men fall in love with you?"
Yes, because she's secretly Alice.
Because actually, she has no idea what the fuck she's doing anyway because she's spaced out and she came up with an entire fantasy in her head, which means reality doesn't exist at the moment.
Right? It's
That's
all
it.
dramatic. It's all
That's
dramatic.
it. That's it. She just disassociated, okay?
Poor Nobu. You
And
don't know.
that's when she says, "Of course not." There we go.
Hmm. And he's like, you're such a natural. It works. And she's like, I'm not. And he says, women, are you an agent of the demon lord? No, she's the priestess, Nobu. That's why you always talk about him. I've already been brainwashed.
See, I love it. Oh my god. He makes me so happy because he's the only one that plays along with her.
This is true.
He's the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, everyone else sort of kind of talks about it, but yeah, he does play. And she's like, no, I swear I'm not. And he looks at her, he's like, you told me you're a bad girl, so how bad are you? He's like joking though, but Hachi's like crying. So, drink your water because she's crying. And he's kind of shocked and he's like, I'm kidding. Please don't cry. Why are you being so emo? And she's like, I'm sorry. I promise I'll really break it off with Takumi. And he just kind of stops. And she's like, didn't want to, I didn't want anyone to know about me and Takumi. So I could just pretend it wasn't happening. Then I could be your girlfriend. I thought a lot about how I screwed up things like that. Do you hate me now?
Yes, we all hate you.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay. I'm like, wait for it.
Uh, no, but she should have. But like, also, they're not even really together.
I know. It's like it's not he's not serious.
Yeah, they're not like super duper absolutely together. And so like that's where it's weird because it's like what exactly is she breaking off?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like she's
What, him
Takumi's
showing
like
up and like fucking every once in a while?
yeah, she's like his
Is
pocket
like
pussy, you know?
right. Is it like I need to stop like or is it more of like a I need to be allowed to tell him no? Because like all it
Mm,
really comes down to is she doesn't need to break it off with him. She needs some self-control.
yep.
That's it. It's a lack of
Mhm.
self-control.
Yep.
Which I mean,
Well, you know.
you know.
He's so pretty.
I was just gonna play out the way that it does.
Mhm. And Nobu's like, "What? No, I'm glad. What's wrong?" And she looks at him, all the tears. And he's like, don't look at me while you're crying. I can't help but say whatever you want. I'm such a sucker." So she's like, kind of stops crying a little bit. He's got like his hand like in front of her face. And he says, I can't make you be my girlfriend. I don't own you. And I don't want to make you sneak around. If I push my agenda, you'll just feel trapped between Takumi and me and tear yourself apart because you care about people. I don't think you're screwed up. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure you can't help it that you're attached to Takumi. And no matter how hard I try, I just can't compete. And her eyes are like big, big eyes. And she's like, no, that's not true. I really. And he's like, but even so, if for any reason you break things off with Takumi and go out with me, I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. He's so determined. He looks so determined. And now her eyes are all like big and shocked. And he says, I'll do anything to make you happy in my own way. And now we're kind of in her head, and she's like, I'm the one who's dreaming. And Nobu says, I mean, I feel like I can do anything with you by my side. And Hachi's thinking, but with this dream, I don't have to wake up. It just drink of water again because she's back to like crying, sobbing, crying,
He's sobbing.
just sobbing. And he says, so when you're through with Takumi and your feelings have settled, just come to me. I believe in you, Nana, and I'll be waiting. And we're in the think boxes, and she's thinking, hey, Nana, I've fallen in love so many times, but until today, I didn't think a real guy existed who would seriously talk to me like that. Is this the way Ren talks to you, Nana? And then we have a scene change.
And it's
Hey,
Masato.
Masato.
I mean, little Masato. We know she's a liar now.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
We've been waiting. We've been waiting for that little bit of liar to admit itself.
Liar, liar.
And there's more to come.
I still love her though.
I know, right? She's so cute. Um, but she's like I don't know, like she's not sneaky in like a malicious way. So it's like whatever,
Right? Who cares?
right? That we know of,
Right?
because honestly, we don't know. Like we
Mm-hmm.
really don't.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Like not even pretend.
Mm-hmm.
But she says, "Oh, um, Akarnase Hachiko-san." Oh, that's what welcome home. I don't know how to say that in Japanese, so I just butchered it a whole bunch.
Oh no.
Welcome home, Hachiko-san. Sorry for the late hour. That's what Hachi says. And Masato says, it's nothing. It's sooner than expected. oh, you're alone. And is what Masato says in his back of Hachi's head. There's a little sweat bead and says, hey, where are Shin
Mhm.
and Yasu? And Masato goes, oh, they've already gone home. What about Nobu? And she's like, what's this? And I bought all of this for them? Masato says, sorry. We can keep them till the next small party. And it'll be at the band's cost. But what about Nobu? And she goes, oh, he walked me home, but since he's working tomorrow, he preferred going home. And she's like, oh, so something's happened, is what she thinks to herself.
Did drama
Mm.
monger.
Something's happened.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And so then Hachi goes, all right, it's over for tonight then. I'm going to work early tomorrow too, but I can take a bath first. And Masato's like, oh, actually, Nana. And then she had already opened the bathroom. And then, bam, and then there's Donna in the bathtub. And Nana's like, I knew you'd enter without knocking. And she's like, has her fake cigarette in her mouth glaring at her. And she's like, do something to fix the tendency of voyeurism, Nana.
Oh
Oh
my god.
no.
So okay, that's more funny to me because like Nate's a voyeur and I should
I
just
know,
say
I
that
was
to
thinking that. Do something to fix your tendency.
he's gonna look at you and go, absolutely not.
Nope. It's consensual. Do do do. Oh goodness. I
So
love it.
good.
I love it. So then it do something to fix your tendency to fix this tendency for voyeurism. I want him to get like that panel with the words tattooed with in black and white, and then just a big red no over the top of it, like scribbled. That's what I want.
Oh man, I should do that for him. He'd wear it too. He just would be like, no.
No.
It's so good.
Right? That's so good. Oh, that needs to be like a hoodie. I really think it'd make a great patch though.
Oh yeah, great. Awesome.
That'd make a great patch. And so then she looks all sad. Hachi looks sad because she got yelled at, called a voyeur. And then it says hop, hop, hop. And I don't know where to hopping. Oh, and then splash. Hachi got in the bath with Nana.
Yep. Okay, so in mine it's always like whip, 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 and incidentally, every single time I like randomly take all my
Oh, there's a
clothes off.
bra.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a bra.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She took off all of her clothes. I think this every time I take my like all my clothes off, I'm always like whip, 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 splash right into the bathtub.
Yeah, mine says hop, like a bunny.
She's just hopping and like hop.
Yep. And so then Nana yells, are you nuts? Why are you getting in? And Hachi's like, I can very well. It's just between girls. And Nana's like, I don't take my bath with girls. And Hachi's like, it's okay with men. And Nana's like, of course, it's normal. And Hachi's like, no, usually it's the opposite. And so then Nana stands up and she's like, at the very limit, if it was a human woman, but it's a dog back from its walk. This is getting bad. I'm getting out. Oh, she's like, Nana, wait, listen to me. You know Nobu? And now Nana's eyes are all big and she just sits back down comfortably. And then she's like, what's up with Nobu? Oh, man, it's fine. But it's a dog back from its walk.
You can't take baths with puppies.
So mean.
Yeah.
So now she looks pretty pleased. She's got like her eyes closed and she's like relaxed. And then she opens one eye. And Hachi's like sitting there with her knee or her chin to her knees.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nana opens both eyes, and then Hachi opens her eyes and she's like, he suggested we go to the fireworks together.
Mm.
And so then Nana's like, then go. That's totally a me response. Like, what do you want from me? Go.
I want you to share in the experience and my
What does
blessed
that mean?
happiness.
What
What
does that
is
like? What does it mean? I mean, go if you're gonna go. Don't if you're not. That's so me.
oh, no, Kirsten, you must experience the feelings.
No, just go. I don't know what to tell you. Um, and so now she's
Uh,
right. I would say that. I'm like, what do you want me to tell you? Good, go. I don't know. Congratulations, there's a fireworks festival that hundreds of people are gonna be at. What do you want from me?
acknowledgement of my happiness.
Right?
Oh man.
So then she's thinking to herself in a towel, drinking a beer with her fake cigarette at the table. Misato's behind her. He thinks he's still in primary school. Good for nothing. Beep. He doesn't have or what? He doesn't have a beep. Doesn't have a beep.
He doesn't have a beep. Fill in the blank.
It says beep.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't
Just so
mind
you
too.
know. We don't censor here. So and then it says, for the time being, Yasu's won the bet. He deserves his leader position. What for seeing? Masato's just back there tallying like a bookie.
I know. It's like the whole thing she's just been
That's
waiting
her
for
whole
all
thing.
night.
That's her whole thing. That
It's
is
like,
her
but
primary focus.
everyone is like, oh, this thing. And she's like, the bet, the
The
bet, the
bet. The
bet.
bet. What about the bet?
Not that Shin parents question mark has to get a signing. None
Right.
of that.
None of that. Nope. 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 Not, her fake name.
Nope. It's all about
The
is
bet.
no the bet and if Nobu's gonna get it in or not.
Right. But apparently he doesn't have a beep. So I don't know anymore.
Oh, that's good.
So it says I'll only be able, and these are like thought boxes. I'll only be
Mhm.
able to tell Nana that when I leave Takumi, I'll be okay. Thanks to Nana, I've been able to meet Takumi. She encouraged me so much for it to work between us. She'll wonder what I'm doing. No, she won't.
No.
If I were her, that's what I'd think. Yeah, that's what you'd think, and you're not her. Like, she doesn't want you to be with Takumi.
Mm-mm.
This is whatever. If whatever, it's Nana or someone else. Anyone would think that way. Not necessarily.
Mhm.
You would think that way. So then she's looking at the Trapness poster above her bed that she was doing it under, and says, "I'd like it if you were only mine." As she looks at Takumi, and then she's hopping again, but this time she's getting the pins out of the wall from the poster being above her bed, and it says to say goodbye to him. I'll call him. I don't want to see him. The face of such a proud man. The moment he'll be hurt.
Oh.
Scene change.
Scene change. And it's Takumi. And he's like, lately there's been some mosquito hanging around my place. It's so annoying. And oh goodness. Now I've forgotten his name.
Oh
Naoki.
no! No,
Damn it,
Naoki.
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 The other puppy. The freaking like what? The Pomeranian? The
They're all
Pomeranian.
they're all dogs. They all have a dog persona. Every single
It's
one of them.
all puppies. All the puppies are puppies. And
Really are. They're all puppies.
yes, so Naoki, our Pomeranian, is like, really? At your place too? Oh man, I thought it was just me. For once, I felt like a celebrity and I was happy. What a bummer. And now Takumi's yelling. He's like, it's not a good thing, you idiot. And Rira, she's like, a mosquito? Well, it is summer. And Ren is like, Rira, you're kidding, right? And she's like, the paparazzi are at my place too. Heart. I wonder whose blood they really want to suck. And Ren gets a little like shocked and he's like, does that mean they're hanging around my place too? This is bad. And then Takumi is still shouting and he's like, they want your blood. Naoki's like, oh yeah, Ren, you have a girlfriend at your place. That's bad. Takumi still yelling. He's like, send her home before they find out. Your scandal will be the worst. And Rira's like, I don't know. Ren Hanjo, madly in love. I think it's adorable. How sweet. Heart. And Ren's looking all cool and he's like, I'll tell her to look hot when she goes out. If they're going to take photos, she might as well do it
What?
up.
That is not what he said. He says,
Oh, yes.
I'll tell her to be careful and stay discreet whenever she goes out.
Nope. She's got to look hot. She's
If
got to
she's
do the thing.
hot, she'll have to be beautiful on the picture.
She's beautiful all the time, Ren.
Well, I
Like,
think he
just.
knows that, but like, yeah, it
Mm,
says I'll tell her
mm.
to be careful and discreet.
Nope. No discreet. You got to be hot. Do the things. Now Naoki's like laying his head down on the table and he's like, so when can we go home to our mosquito nets? I'm beat. And Takumi says, leave already. We do just fine without you, dude. And his phone is ringing, and Naoki looks up at him like, what? Very affronted. And his phone goes beep, and it's a text message from Hachi, and it says, we need to talk. Please call when you have some time. Sorry, I know you're busy. Nana. And now her phone is ringing, and she's like, gulp.
It's a masked
And
number.
oh, it's masked. Mine says restricted.
Masked number, like the Masked Singer.
Like the mask. God, that show makes me angry. And
I saw the one. I only see clips on TikTok sometimes, but the one that costume for the sun. Oh, it was so beautiful.
I would have to look that up. Like I said,
That
that show.
costume for the sun. That's just what I saw. I just saw like part of it, like 30, not even 30 seconds of a song.
I'm gonna look
But
it.
that
I'm gonna.
costume for the sun.
Is that what it's called? I'm gonna
She
look
was
it
the
up.
sun. Yeah, Masked Singer, the sun. Let me see. Yeah, it was Leanne Rimes.
Masked
It looks like it belongs
Singer.
in Mirror Mask. That's
Ah.
why.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at the images because I didn't see the thing. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. I love
It
that
looks like it
design.
belongs in Mirror Mask.
It does. It really, really does.
So of course I loved it. Because I love Mirror Mask.
Mirror Mask is fantastic. Nate was the one that was when he found out I hadn't seen that movie. He was like, "Honey,
I make
how?"
everybody watch it. I make everybody watch it. I
Yeah,
make them all watch it.
yeah. He made me watch it. And I was like, "This is the best thing ever." He's like, "I told you you'd love it." I'm like,
I own it. It's one of the few DVDs I still own a hard copy of.
We have
It's
them.
one of
We
my
have it too.
comfort show.
So good. Oh, I should watch it tonight. I should just watch it.
But doesn't this look like it belongs there?
Yeah, yeah. It does. The little cute eyes, and
I
she could.
know. She got
She
no mouth.
Yeah, she got no mouth. She could be like a queen of a separate realm in that whole like
I know.
universe.
See, this is why I was like, nope, I like this one.
That's fair. That's nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But I
Most
don't
of the
care about the
time,
show. I don't even understand the show. I don't care
I
about
don't get
any
it
of that.
either. I don't understand the show either. I'm like, what is the point
They have
of
to guess who the famous singer is. That's
I
why.
know, but it's dumb. I'm just like they're already famous. Who fucking cares? That's
Yeah,
just
I think
me.
it's because like they're supposed to be like voices that like know. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
household voices. Does that make sense? So it's like trivia almost.
yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, the premise is I don't get it.
I think it's a waste too. They could be doing something else, but
Yeah,
at least
do
it's
some
not the same old show again and again. It is different than other shows, but I don't care.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't care enough.
I mean, I don't either. I'm just like, this is dumb. I hate it. But,
Yeah, I hate everything though, so it's fine. I hate the whole world. Masked number. Leanne Rimes.
Leanne Rhymes. And Hachi's looking at her phone and she's got like the big like eyes and a sweat drop and she's like, "Well, that was quick." And you know what? It was quick cuz he usually doesn't call. And she's like she picks up she's like, "Hello?" And he's like, "What do you want to talk about?" And she doesn't say anything and he's standing in the hallway right now. And he's like, "What's up? What's wrong?" And she's like, "I can't do this on the phone." saying goodbye with one phone call, that's pretty cold. She's like, can we get together to talk? And he's got like the little tick lines and he's like, huh? Sorry, we've got to tape a TV session. And she's like, oh, of course, sorry to interrupt. And he's like, no biggie. It's mostly just about waiting around to record. I'm pretty bored. And he's got different cigarettes.
Nope, they're the same in mine.
They are totally different in mine.
They Giesler.
They didn't. Nope, they changed it. I can't read it though because his
His little
finger.
finger is over it, but it still has the swirls with the black and the white, and the black in the middle,
They changed it because the other ones
and the line.
yeah, no, mine are different because
Mine stayed the same. Maybe they realized that it was a Giesler.
maybe because they did it was before it was the Panther and now it's not. It's something with it's the last part is ANES, but I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
what
the
the fuck it is.
Giesler.
Is it? Okay.
They didn't change it.
Oh, that's what's up.
They
Okay.
didn't change it. They got lazy.
So they didn't change it back to Panther.
Yeah,
Continuity.
because it's a Japanese word for the Giesler.
Oh, okay. See, there's a time rift. They didn't change it to
They
Panther.
didn't change it.
They didn't change the terrible, terrible cigarette brand name. Anyway, so
Anyway.
he's like, oh, she's like, playing on TV is a big deal. Is it a music show? And he's like, huh? No, it's some satellite TV show. They're doing a special on us. And she's like, oh, really? We don't get satellite TV or even cable. And he's like, well, you should if you're a real fan. She's got like the dot, dot, dots. And she's thinking, stop, don't get sucked back in. And then he's on the other line and, silent because she's silent.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dead.
yeah, and he's like, "What's wrong? Can we talk about it on the phone? My schedule's crazy busy for a while." And she's like, "Oh, really? What should I do?" And then he's like, "Oh no, don't tell me you're pregnant." And she's like, "What? No." And then he like slumps to the ground and he's like, "Oh, good. Phew. Don't scare me like that. I may not look it, but I'm sensitive." Remember? Because he's
What?
he's a delicate little flower.
He's a
He's a
delicate little fucking flower. He's a
he's a
shrinking violet.
he's a shrinking violet. He's like, I can't deal with inconveniences like that. And she says, sorry. And then she thinks, inconveniences? And now her brain is like on fire because there's all these pop, 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 pops like in the back. And her mouth is like wide open and like a face. And she's like, who talks like that? Grr. Oh, like getting a girl pregnant is just some inconvenience to him? And then here's and Ren has like walked over to Takumi and he's like, time to go, dude. And she's in here in her head and she's like, what's wrong with him? Is he even human? Drip, drip, drip. And why do I keep apologizing? And Takumi's like, sorry, I've got a split. I'll call you when I can. And she's like, why bother? You know what? Don't call me ever again. And he's like, what? And she's like, goodbye. And then hangs up on him.
He's so confused too.
So confused. I mean, you know what? I'd be confused too, honestly.
I know. Well, it's also like he's trying to like open up to her too. He's not
Yeah.
expecting, you know what I mean? He's not expecting to be broken up with.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he's like actually having a real and like here's the thing though, she never made an effort like this before.
This is true.
Think about it. She always just wanted to stay out of his way.
Mm-hmm.
So she never knew like what his reaction would be.
That's true.
You know?
And
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I mean, and he does like her. Like,
Yeah,
he
he does.
does. So
He's just a war poodle. Like he still needs love.
he's just a warm. Sometimes you gotta brush his fur.
Sometimes he needs to go to the salon, get a blowout, funny little butt cut. No big
Yes.
deal. But yeah, he's never really talked to her. So like, I don't know.
Takumi going to the salon to get a butt cut. Yes.
Leave it to
So
Takumi.
Yep. So he's like, I think Nana's mad at me, he says to Ren. It was kind of scary. And Ren's like, huh? Nana? Oh, Hachiko. He's like, well, I'd be mad too. Don't tell me you're pregnant. Don't scare me like that. And you say you're sensitive? You don't have an ounce of sensitivity. And he's like, Takumi's like, you heard me? And he's like, but it would really suck. I'm just being honest. And it would suck the most for her. What did I do wrong? And Ren's like, well, if that's all you care about, use a condom. Which I'm like, yeah, you should. And Takumi's like, yeah, like you should talk. Don't boss me. And Ren says, but I don't mind. I could go for a little family, but Nana's on the pill, that feminist. And uh, Takumi says, well, you're pretty selfish too. And then Ren just has the dot dot dots. And now we're back with Achi. And she's like, I did it. I told him off. And now she's looking at her phone and it's all blank. And she's like, so is that it? And then she's just sitting there for a beat before she falls over onto her bed. And she's like, he's not even calling me back? What the? Well,
Because
that
he
was.
doesn't realize that you dumped him.
Nope. She didn't like. Yeah, she wasn't. She wasn't really clear on that. She's kind
No,
of.
she was just like, never call me again after he said stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, but that happens, like, even if it's not like a breakup,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah. You were not clear. No, you. No. Mm-mm. And then she's all plop and her eyes are all big. And she's like, so why did I hang out with someone who doesn't care about me? It's a harsh awakening from my wildest dream. But really, I knew from the start that Takumi didn't love me. There's no way that I hurt his feelings. I just finally woke up from a nightmare. It was all about sex. Yeah, he was a sweet talker, and it felt so good to touch someone. I guess I just hoped it would turn into real love. And now she's actually throwing away the Panther cigarette box
Mm-hmm.
and says, but that was just a dream. I finally saw through it. I believe in you, Nana, and then I'll be waiting. She's because that's what Nobu said to her. And she's like, I finally woke up because the real prince kissed me. And we have a scene change.
Yeah, it's almost done. You want to just finish?
Sure.
I mean, it's only like a couple of panels.
Mm-hmm. And it's a picture of Nobu, and it says "My Prince" with a little heart. And she's like, he may not look like one, but to me, he really is. And Nobu, like, he's like jumping. He's like, ah, you scared me. And she's like, sorry to stalk you here. Nana told me where you work. I didn't know you worked in a hip record store, Nobu. No wonder you have so many records in your room, Heart. How cool. She like stalked him to his job. And he's like, well, I only work here twice a week. I also temp and do odd jobs. And she's like, oh, cool, odd jobs? So when do you get off work today? He's like, at 9. And she says, cool. Then I'll just wait for you at the cafe next door. And she leaves, creak, leaving out the door. Nobu, he looks kind of confused.
I mean, she just did show up at his work randomly.
She did. Out of
She's just like,
nowhere.
oh, by the way.
Yeah, hello, and now I'm
I
waiting
thought
for
like in
you.
the anime though, I thought that like in the anime though, like she knew that he was working because like Nana told her
Mm-hmm.
that, and so like that was like the choice
Mm-hmm.
for her to go, if I remember that correctly, but I don't know if I remember that correctly.
I'll have to watch the anime again. I haven't in a while.
Yeah.
Because I cry. So now she's over the cafe, and she's like, if I really think about it, there's a lot of things I don't know about Nobu yet. I want to know everything about him. And she's drinking some kind of something, and she's just wiggling around in her chair because it says wiggle wiggle. She's like, but I think his blood type is A, which means he's serious, but he's a punk.
Uh-huh.
Now she's looking at her phone and it's Monday. Um what is that? Monday,
Hold on.
June,
I can
February,
look at one
April,
second.
May.
I just I just came outside.
I think it's July 30th. I think it's July 30th. Hmm.
Let me scroll. Come back. Here we go. Monday, yeah, July 30th at 8:57 p.m.
Oh no, I have 8:51 p.m.
Well, the 7 kind of looks like a 1,
Oh, okay, because I'm like, time rift.
but it
And
doesn't have
she's,
a line on the bottom, and it does have a line on the top. So I would just read that as a 7.
oh, okay. Either, and she's like, damn, I can't sit still. And now she's back outside his work. And she's like, you're off work. Heart, smile, all the flowers. And he's like, ah, don't sneak up on me. And she's like, are you hungry? I haven't eaten since I got off work. And he's like, okay. And she's like, then let's go get something to eat. I'd rather make something at your place, Nobu. It's cheaper that way. And he's like, what? My place? And then he like kind of yanks his arm away because she was holding his arm. And he's like, no. And she looks all shocked. And she's like, why not? He said, I told you last night to come to me after you work things out. You don't listen. And she's like, but I came to tell you that I did work things out. And he says, but that's too fast. And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm acting crazy. So much happened today. It feels more like a year. And he said, but even if it feels like a year, a day is a day. She's like, okay, I'll stick it out for another day. One more year. And but then he like stops her and he's like, wait, can you make nuko jahaga? I probably butchered that, but it's a Japanese meat and potato soup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a curry soup,
Curry.
maybe.
Curry.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can look it up. I'm gonna look
Hmm.
it up. We're so bad at Japanese. And I don't want to pretend that I'm any good at it. Yeah, so it's like a potato stew. It says it says a Japanese meat dish, potatoes, onions, stewed, sweetened soy sauce, mirin, and sometimes with some other stuff and vegetables.
That sounds really good.
It does. It does. It looks like really hearty.
Yes, give.
Yeah, it looks super hearty.
Yeah. So she turns back around and then she grabs onto him. She's like, I'm super good at it. And there's all these hearts. And he's like, oh, she's so cute. Oh, how can I resist? And he's kind of crying. And now we got Nana. And she's mad. And she's like, where's Hachiko? God, why do I have to hunt her down every day? And Masato's like, she emailed me saying she might not come home tonight. Maybe she's at her boyfriend's again? Or Nobu's? And she's just reading something that is called Band. Just
It's
Band.
called Manage a Band. The other one
Oh,
is Live Every Concert, and the other one is Band Life, and she has her little notebook out. She's
yeah.
studying how to be a manager.
Oh, okay, because I just have Band, Live, and Band Life. I'm like, very descriptive titles. And Nana's like, what? But they're taping today, too, until late at night. And Masato's like, what? Who is? And then Nana's
He
like,
thinks back to the text message.
yep, that she got. Like, where does Nobu work? Hachiko. And she's like, oh, and now we have a
Bum
shot
bum bum bum.
of Nobu and Hachi, and they be naked.
They be naked. He's
Naked.
caressing her like face. She's reaching for
Mm-hmm.
his neck, and it says, "Tell me, Nana, what about
Mm-hmm.
you? What sweet words did Ren offer you? I should at least have asked about this at that moment." And they're sitting in the bathtub together. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and at that moment, that bathtub with cat-shaped legs. What?
I think she's trying to say clawfoot. Clawfoot,
It
but
with
sure.
cat-shaped legs. The
Cat-shaped
bathtub
legs.
with cat-shaped legs. It isn't here anymore, you know?
Yeah.
The
Cat-shaped.
claw-footed bathtub. The cat-shaped leg tub.
Why do I get the feeling that you're like, I need this?
Cat-shaped legs.
Cat-shaped
That
legs.
moment, that moment with the cat-shaped legs. So silly.
So great. And
I
that's the
know.
end.
And that is the end of this chapter.
Goodbye forever. Find us on all the social media platforms, apartment 707 underscore, on
Yep,
Instagram.
yep.
And it's
And there's a link tree. And you
mm-hmm,
can do the things there. And I'm gonna get back to working on the Yazwa verse eventually.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, and
yeah,
like I want to open that up here shortly. It's not gonna be complete, but at least it'll be like accessible,
mm-hmm,
Um, because like I think that would be fun for people like to actually participate.
right.
Because and I do want to fuse it into the Discord. We need to like because I want this tea in our Discord.
Oh, you want
I
the
do.
fighting in the Discord.
I want the tea. I want the tea in the Discord. I want all the opinions.
On all the opinions, so then we can be like, excuse you.
Excuse you. Have a good day. Ooh, what is this? I need to make this too. I need to get off TikTok. This is a blueberry tiramisu inspired
Ooh. Ooh.
with blueberries.
With blueberries.
And it
Yum.
looks, I'm saving this recipe and it looks delicious. I can't help myself, okay?
No,
Like,
you're
I'm
fine.
sorry, but food talk and their baskets of tacos. Oh, because taco baskets are everything, everything that we all need in life. I don't want a housewarming present. I want a basket of tacos. I don't want
Basket of tacos.
flowers. I want a basket of tacos.
Noted. Just
No,
noted.
I do want flowers, actually. I want both flowers
But
and the basket of tacos. Baskets of tacos.
hey, and Harry and David needs to get on that. It's like we could send you flowers, but they don't have baskets of tacos. We have like
They
baskets of
well no, they
apples.
can't do it. They got it's gotta be like old grandma. It's gotta be an old
Mm,
abuela making that basket of tacos and putting like the nice little trash bag liner in the basket because you gotta put all the juice on the taco so that it keeps them
mm.
nice.
Yeah,
Hmm
we need abuela.
We need all those tasty taco baskets.
Yeah, that's what I love about around here. We just have nothing but taco trucks. I'm like, yes, actual
Yes, give
Mexican
me the
food.
tacos. Give me the tacos. And I don't want to have to make my own tacos all the time. I just don't. I just don't.
I don't want to make my food ever, honestly.
I like making my food because I've been healing my relationship with food as I've been gaining weight because of it. So I'm like, oh, I love this food. This food is really showing its love for me.
I mean, that's nice. Making food interrupts what I'm doing, which is drawing
Well,
or
that's why
writing.
you make the food be the thing you're doing.
No, no, Kirsten, there is no make, only eat.
Start making a Ghibli foods.
Ah, Ghibli food is great.
There's videos on the TikTok of people making the Ghibli food.
I'll have to find that on TikTok.
It's helpful too. But yeah, I like
Hashtag Ghibli food.
just I've been healing this by spending the time by being like I'm going to actually cook this from beginning to end and take the time to do it like once a week. It really started helping me.
Well, that's good.
Hmm
Did you guys have like not super great food growing up?
Oh, growing up
Yeah,
we have poor people food.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, poor people like food stamp or food bank foods. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, food
Everything's
bank
out of a
food.
box.
Yep, everything out of a box. Not having time to cook because parents never being home because they always have to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah. I guess I mean, I still eat like that kind of gross food because it makes me happy. Because it's like nostalgic, the comfort foods.
Yeah.
But I think that also like reclaiming your culture, a lot of that comes through the food we eat.
Mm-hmm.
And so like because like the biggest cultural connection that all peoples have is actually their food. The
Yeah.
smell, the taste, the process. right?
Yeah.
And so, that's kind of the frame, the lens that I look at it through.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's bigger than me just making the meal,
Right.
and it's like appreciating like all the parts that go into it.
It's the experience too.
It is that food is an experience if you allow it to be. It's all about perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to have the experience of it being an experience, kind of like this person with their list, listing off what kind of computer Yasu uses. I can't get over it.
Man, so specific.
So, okay, yeah, it's a PowerBook G3, possibly the Wallstreet model. Memories, memories. I love it. I love it so much. I wish that I wish the anime episodes were the same as the actual chapters because like this Reddit is like worth it.
Yeah, because this is yeah, because we're in let's see, we're in chapter 23 and didn't they say like they're also in 23 but like
This is episode
episode
23 of the
23.
anime, and I don't know how well it lines up because I never spent the time to figure that out.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. And like I think that this is when Takumi and Nana did it. Hachi
Yeah.
Hachi and Takumi did it. The reason I say that is because like there's a lot of comments about like having sex with a girl under a poster of you. Yeah, we
I
all
f-
we all know. We all know it's fucking weird. Okay, it's fucking weird.
we all know, yeah, it's I mean, how often does that happen though, you think?
I mean, uh, not as often as it doesn't. Like to be honest.
Fair.
But yeah, I mean, let's see. Nobu, bold move, showing up like that. Even if it's a bit late, go, man, go. Say it. Say it, damn you, say it.
Mhm.
Like, this Reddit is great.
See, she fell down the Reddit. Is that also where the chapter lives or
No, I couldn't find a chapter one for this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I found the anime one. Anime discussion with the fantastic list.
So you don't have the reading? The reading one?
Oh no, I have the chapter, and I have the
Okay.
notes or the comments after it for sure. I
Okay,
was
I
just
didn't.
I found that because I was looking for more garbage.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Because I live for the garbage opinions.
They are definitely interesting to read and unpack and then yell about because,
And then I got stuck because that person made such a beautiful list.
right?
And it held me up. Because why would it not?
Right.
It's such a beautiful list. It's not easy to write lists, okay? And I'm a list writer. And so I appreciate it.
Oh, I love lists. Lists are great.
I know. Lists help my world stay like in order and focus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do without them.
Chaos.
Right?
And we don't have any good drama from our, commenters over here on nana-mega.com. It says
Mm.
from a random animator, this anime is an emotional roller coaster and it makes me want to live.
Oh,
And
fair.
then from somebody named it's SCH, and it says, I know he's going to come back. And then from your mom, a regular, you know, regular, regular spot. It's just a bunch of typing, like random letters, and then it says yes in caps, Nobu and Nana. But I don't know how I feel really.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And then
Well,
Leah says, dude, that's not how you end things. What the fuck?
I
And
mean, no.
I know. No, it's not because, but she also doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, should have broken up
they
with
don't
anybody.
know before. Right. Right. She's never really done the breakups, right? And so
Hmm.
Vampire Rose commented to Leah and says, I know, right? And then Kaylee XX says, ugh. And then Quanoran says they're finally together with all the crying faces.
Hmm.
And then Maymay says, I respect Nobu so much.
Yeah.
Rennie says, oh my God. And then Leia says, Takumi thought she's just angry.
Yeah.
That's all.
Mm.
There isn't a
Well,
lot of arguing today,
well, that's good because I was actually thinking about the Hachiko person, like over
right?
what all the
Right?
editing, over all the editing. I was like, okay, okay, I'm going to take a stance and say that the mysterious Hachiko in the comments might actually be a man hater.
I think so. And
Yes.
might also be like biologically male.
What leads you to believe
I
this?
have no idea. It's just a sensational feeling, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like,
Okay.
I do think yes, I do think that there is some like third wave feminism in there.
Yeah.
You know, like even like the residual of first wave feminism, but mostly third.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so it's like that's its own thing all by itself.
Yeah.
And like, but they are angry,
Yeah.
and like I don't know why they're so angry.
I don't know. I just and it's also like the thing where they're just like, "Oh, like Nana and Hachiko together is just better." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I feel like that's an opinion."
It, it is an opinion, and what's wrong with them being besties?
Right?
And
Right?
like, I'm sorry if Hachi's confused about her sexuality and it confuses you. Because that's what I feel a lot of that is.
Yeah, and I mean it's fine because it's the early 2000s and there was a
It's the
lot of
early
that.
2000s. Yes, there
So,
was.
so it's she's
And
perfectly
Japan.
fine. Yeah, and Japan.
And Japan. But yeah, there's no good tea this time.
No, I mean that's good because we're both like so freaking tired. It's like, oh no,
Yeah, I know.
do the tea.
I know. But like, yeah, that's not a way to break up with
No,
anybody because like it
mm-mm.
honestly just sounds like an argument of like him pissing her off from saying something
Yeah,
shitty. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. It's she did not say. She said, but I said goodbye. It's like, yeah, no.
No. Like she needed to be more direct and just tell him I'm gonna date Nobu. Good day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should have been, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
pretty much the only way Takumi I think would understand it
Yep.
is if like she was just like straight up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna date you. I don't want to date you.
Right. We're not really
Shh.
dating it anyway.
Yeah, they're not really dating anyway. Well, he thinks so.
In his weird little war poodle brain.
In his warpoodle way. He's like, "Oh, I peed on that. It's mine." What? That's what it is.
I know. That's just funny to me. Oh, this lamppost.
Oh, I peed on that. It's mine now. You know, like, oh, hey, look at me. I put my leg up. Boo, boo, boo. I'm so tired. Like, I don't even know what to do with tired brain at this point.
All the brains are sleeping.
Yes, my brain is still sleepy brain.
Yeah, jet lag is a bitch.
It is. It really is.
But yeah, no
But
good tea. But I mean,
no good tea. But yeah, thanks for being here. Goodbye
yeah, thanks for
forever.